And elsewhere. Time now for the weather. Mark Hiller is sitting in. What's it going to be?
Well, today we looked at a strange case of temperature inversion out in central Pennsylvania. We'll talk a little more about that later on, but some spots did manage to hang out to freezing temperatures. However, most spots warmed up. Some of the snow melt that melted today may actually refreeze tonight, so we do want to warn folks that may be a little slippery in some spots. And, of course, we'll have your exclusive Accuweather Report when Eyewitness News at 6 returns in a moment. Welcome back. I'll have your exclusive AccuWeather forecast in just a moment, but I do want to talk about that strange phenomena that occurs every so often. Normally we associate warmer temperatures occurring in valley areas, but every so often some cold, stale air gets locked into the valleys, and actually the higher in altitude you get, the warmer the temperature is, and this is known as temperature inversion. And we had a classic case of it today out in the Big Valley area between Lock Haven, Clinton County and Williamsport in Lycoming County. And what happened was essentially this. Some of the mountain areas warmed up sufficiently above freezing, but it stayed a few degrees below freezing in this Big Valley area, and as light rain fell, it made for some slippery roadways. Give you an example, light wind at Williamsport at noon today, only 31 degrees, but you had a good wind stir the air up, and an hour later, it rose by 10 degrees to 41. So that's pretty much what temperature inversion is all about. Now let's get a look at some temperatures throughout the TV-28 viewing area. Start you in Luzerne County at Glen Lyon, where it's 37 degrees. Montrose, Susquehanna County, 31. Get a load of these measurements, 37, 39. 39. Wind Gap, Northampton County, Minersville, Schuylkill County, and Williamsport, Lycoming County. Of course, we're talking temperature measurements. At the airport in Avoca, 35, and a pretty big wind right now out of the northwest between 17 and gusting to 30 miles an hour. Relative humidity, 70%, and as we feel the effects of high pressure, the barometer is rising now, 29.82. Range and temperature today, 38 on the high side at 3:30 this afternoon. At 2:30 this morning, we reached our low of 28. A year ago, the range was 20 and 11. Records for the date, above zero, 62 on the high side and 4 on the low side. Sunrise, sunset times tomorrow, 7:29 a.m., 4:52 p.m. And out the weather window, if you look closely along the Susquehanna River, you'll see some of those ice chunks floating along with some of the thawing going on. That is a look at the Susquehanna from West Pittston from photographer Charlie Hayes. Temperatures today, well, it did get warm along the mid-Atlantic. As a matter of fact, 60s as far north as Richmond, Virginia. But we pretty much got socked into some 30s with warmer temperatures to the southeast of us. And I think we're going to see gradually temperatures on the decline over the next couple of days. Let's get a look at the satellite map and the jet stream, and we'll show you essentially what is happening here at this hour. We're getting a look at the motion of the jet stream pushing from the south. There's a lot of moisture out this way, and if things could work out right toward the weekend, we could get hit with a pretty good snowstorm. But again, this is a long way away. Let's look at the short run of things and the eastern seaboard shot. Pennsylvania tonight socked in clouds, and as high pressure builds in, we'll see a break in some of those clouds, but I think the further south you get in the viewing area tomorrow, the more sunshine you eventually will see. National map time, and we'll show you the high pressure that's going to build in. There you see it right in the middle of the country. It'll continue to move east. There'll still be a pretty good breeze around as this high pressure stays to our west tomorrow. And as we move into Friday, it looks like we've got another decent day in store as high pressure sets up along the mid-Atlantic coast, gives us a little bit of a warming before we get into some colder air over the weekend. Now right now, a rating on the panicky pick. For tomorrow, temperatures will hit at least near normal, but with the wind chill, it'll feel like it's the teens. Still, it could be worse. It's January, remember. So we'll rate your tomorrow a 6, and whether or not it's your kind of weather, make the most out of your Thursday. AccuWeather time tonight, blustery and chilly with no more than a couple of flurries. There is some light snow this hour at the airport in Avoca. 26 degrees your low for tonight. And then tomorrow, periods of clouds and sun with a chilly breeze. Wind chills in the teens. No more than a passing flurry, though, in the high 35. And then tomorrow night, fair and cold and 20. Now the rest of the AccuWeather forecast. Friday, simply put, partly sunny and your high 37. Saturday, though, if anything's going to happen over the weekend, this will probably be the day, a chance of snow. Sunday, brisk and chilly, a few flurries, 32. Monday, cold, some sun, and 30. We'll keep an eye on that storm development over the weekend.
No complaints. We're pretty happy with it.
All righty.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Busy day for Jim. We got swimming now, but more tonight, right?
A lot of things on tap tonight. The colleges begin basketball play after the New Year holiday, and we're ready and set to roll with a lot of sports. Some key girls high school swimming matchups on tap this afternoon. A ton of local college basketball and high school wrestling tonight. Those stories and more when we come right back.
Let's take one more look at tonight's weather. What's up, Mark?
Really, hold on to your collective hats. It is pretty windy outside, and it will continue to stay so through the night. Let's get a look at that AccuWeather recap tonight, and it will be blustery and chilly. A couple of flurries, and actually, there could be a coating in the higher elevations. It's not out of the question. 26 degrees your low tonight. Tomorrow, with periods of clouds and sun, will warm up to 35, but there will be a chilly breeze, making it feel like it's in the teens at times. No more than a passing flurry, though. Tomorrow night, fair and cold and 20. Vic?
Now, to review that chemical leak in Taylor and Lackawanna County, about 2,500 people have been forced to evacuate their homes in Lackawanna County because of a derailed tanker car, a car that is leaking a very highly flammable chemical.
Eyewitness News Nightcast on your radio, WXBX Hazleton.
This is Eyewitness News, serving northeastern and central Pennsylvania with regional news bureaus in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Williamsport. Vic Vetters has the latest news. Mark Hiller with your AccuWeather forecast and Jim Miller's sports report. This is Eyewitness News Nightcast.
Good evening. It looks like an all-nighter for about 2,500 people in Taylor. Over to Mark Hiller now for a look at the weather. We could use some cheering up tonight. Are we going to get it from you? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think for early January, I think we've got some pretty decent weather in store for the next 24 to 48. But in the meantime, we're also keeping our eyes focused on the weekend. And will there be snow? We'll try and sort through the details with our AccuWeather Report next on Eyewitness News Nightcast. Welcome back. You're going to find your temperatures overnight dropping down through the mid-20s, and that's not so bad for January. But if you combine that with a pretty good gusty northwest wind overnight, when you head out to your car first thing tomorrow morning, the wind chills will be a lot closer to zero. So bundle up first thing in the morning. Let's get a look now at temperatures across our TV-28 viewing area, and we start you in Luzerne County. Glen Lyon, just south of Nanticoke. On the east side of the Susquehanna River, it's 34 degrees there. Montrose, Susquehanna County, 33. 35 at Wind Gap in Northampton County. Minersville, west of Pottsville in Schuylkill County, it's 37. And in Williamsport, Lycoming County, 37 degrees. Now, the latest from the airport in Avoca. Here we go. National Weather Service reports 33 degrees this hour. The wind pretty strong out of the northwest at 16 miles an hour. Relative humidity 63%. The barometric pressure now at 2990. It's holding steady. Your range and temperature today 38 and 28. The highest occurring at 3:30 this afternoon and the low overnight at 2:30 this morning. A year ago, the range and temperature 20 and 11. Back in 1907 is when we hit our record high for January 7th. That was 62. And the record low 4 above zero back in 1968. Sunrise sunset times for your Thursday, January 8th, 7:29 a.m. and 4:52 p.m. Hottest temperature came from way down south in Florida, Miami, picking up an 81-degree reading down there. And tonight you're looking at temperatures only in the 60s. 13 below was the low across the country, and that happened back at West Yellowstone, Montana, where again a lot of cold air is hanging on. Pennsylvania tonight, targeting temperatures falling through the 20s. And wherever there was a snow melt today, there could be a possibility there may be a few slippery spots. Combine that with some of the light snow that's falling, particularly in the higher elevations tonight. It could be slippery in just a few spots, but not a widespread problem. Eastern seaboard tonight. We get a look at Pennsylvania close up, and here's how things are shaping up. We do have some clouds filling the skies a bit. Kind of stubborn to break up, and that may be especially true up around the New York border tomorrow. Onto that national map. Again, there'll be gusty winds toward daybreak. It's all on account of behind this front. High pressure will continue to move eastward, but stay far enough back to our west to keep things from being all that calm. Gradually, though, we're going to stay dry and just moderately chilly for the next couple of days through Friday. If anything's going to happen over the weekend, it's probably going to happen Saturday. You're looking at a storm right now moving down the southwest. At this point, the latest computer probs show that we do very well stand the chance of some snow. Still a lot of speculation if it's going to be light snow or heavy snow, and we will continue monitoring this storm system. It depends on how much moisture makes its way north. But right now, we turn on the monitor to the panicky pick and rate your Thursday. Tomorrow, not all that bad. There'll be a bit of sun tomorrow, temperatures above normal, but the wind will carry a bit of a bite. Still, your Thursday rate's a 6, and whether or not it's your kind of weather, make the most out of your Thursday. AccuWeather time tonight, blustery and chilly with a couple of flurries and maybe a coating in the higher elevations. Your low tonight 26, and the wind chill by morning will be around 0. And tomorrow, periods of clouds and sun, a chilly breeze, but no more than a passing flurry. That high tomorrow 35, and tomorrow night Fair and cold and 20 your low. And now the rest of that AccuWeather forecast. Friday, a partly sunny day in store with temperatures warming up well into the 30s at 37. Saturday, it will be cloudy and will risk the chance of snow, 32. Sunday, brisk and chilly, 32. Monday, cold with some sun, 30. And there is a possibility here, Vic, that toward the early part of the week, we could be looking at much colder temperatures than this. There may be an Arctic outbreak soon in our midst.
So the bottom line, enjoy this now, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks a lot, Mark. In sports, it was a big-time night of college basketball. And a few closing words from Mark on the weather. What's up?
Well, tonight we've got some flurries around, Vic, on that AccuWeather recap. Could put down a coating at some of the higher elevations, and it will be blustery and chilly. The low tonight, 26. Wind chills by daybreak near 0. Tomorrow, periods of clouds and sun. Your high, 35. There will be a chilly breeze, though, but nothing more than a passing flurry in addition. And tomorrow night, fair and cold, says that AccuWeather recap. The low 20, the latest on AccuWeather on the Today Show. Vic?
And now, a fun story if you still have some extra cash left over from Christmas. Now it's The Tonight Show next on Channel 28. For everybody at Eyewitness News, I'm Vic Vetters. Make it a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Braces and bars are a way of life for Paula, and the years ahead will be difficult. Everything from more braces to possible surgery. But the Wisniewskis are a close-knit family, and they're ready to handle anything life offers them. Karen